first one we're breaking. I'm excited. I'm not necessarily excited for the 40 cards in this pack, but otherwise we're going to be in 40 cards per pack, but it should be fun. No worries, Thomas. Alrighty, let's get going in this one. We have Devontae Adams, Teddy Bridgewater, Deshaun Watson, James Conner, Peyton Manning, Khalil Mack, a Randy Moss of the Minnesota Vikings, Kareem Hunt, Mo Alley Cox, a tight end for the Colts, Jared Goff, Alvin Kamara, DK Metcalf, Darren Waller, Harrison Bryant, Joey Bosa, Vince Williams, Micah Kaiser, Marshawn Lattimore, a breakthrough T. Higgins out of 100. That's a breakthrough T. Higgins out of 100. And we have our first rookie of the break, and that's going to be Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson of the New York Jets going to Haley. The first rookie hit of the night. And then we go a Stephon Diggs all-hands team, followed by a Nico Collins from the University of Michigan. Oop, didn't mean to hit the fireworks there. I apologize. And that Nico Collins is the Houston Texans, and that is going to T-Man. I apologize. You may hear some papers rumbling, and that's just because we have quite a few rookies, and they don't have the actual team they were drafted by or signed by listed, so we have to look those up. Henry Ruggs III. We have Jay Tuffle of the USC Trojans, and that is with the Jacksonville Jaguars and Double M. Followed by Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons from Penn State went to the Dallas Cowboys and Joey G. And then a Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond going to the Vikings, and that is Lee. Then we have Brendan Knox of the Thundering Herd. Brendan Knox is an undrafted player, so he will be randomized at the end of this. Then we have Devonta Smith of the Alabama Crimson Tide. He's a Philadelphia Eagle, and that's going to Joey G. Then we have Elijah Mitchell of the Ragin' Cajuns, and that's a 49er, and that's going to Matt. Followed by your Buffalo Bill, Marquez Stevenson of the Houston Cougars, and that's going to T-Man. And then if we have enough people who would be interested in UFC, I'm happy to get that. We have not one but two members of the Fighting Irish. The first one, Adekumbo Ogunde of the Atlanta Falcons, followed by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and he is of the Cleveland Browns. Then we have T. Higgins, Deion Sanders, Leonard Fournette, Brian Dawkins, Tremaine Edmonds, Dak Prescott, Harrison Butker, and James Bradbury. All right, and there we are through the first pack of 2021 Score. And you can tell these breaks are going to be a bit. We have Roquan Smith, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Younghoe Koo, Kyle Rudolph, Ben Roethlisberger, Michael Pittman Jr., followed by Julio Jones. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Julio this year. Followed by Chris Carson of the Seattle Seahawks and Matt Nelson of the Lions. Followed by Jordan Hicks, Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Geno Atkins, Kenneth Murray, Terrell Edmonds, Traquan Smith scorecard. Then we have a celebration. This is Tua of the Miami Dolphins. That is a celebration card. That's going to be going to Gerald. Then a Justin Jefferson all hands, followed by breakthrough Roquan Smith. And it looks like we have an auto, and it is Zach Smith. Zach Smith of Tulsa is our first auto. He is currently undrafted and not with any team, so we will be randoming him off. Chuba Hubbard of the Carolina Panthers, followed by Seth Williams. Seth Williams of the Denver Broncos. Then we have KJ Costello. He is undrafted, so he will be randomized at the end. Then we have Christian Barmore of the New England Patriots, followed by Jamie Newman. And Jamie Newman is currently on the Philadelphia Eagles. Then we have Shane Buechele, and he is currently on the Kansas City Chiefs, followed by Pat Freiermuth, one of the top tight ends in this draft, and he is going to the Steelers, followed by Chris Evans of the Michigan Wolverines, and he is on the Cincinnati Bengals, and that's with Balzic. Then we have Elijah Moore, who is with the New York Jets, going to Haley. And then I'm happy just to call out the rookies and inserts. Alrighty, on to our third pack. Third pack of this break. Alrighty. Justin Jefferson, Myles Garrett, Zach Pichel, Anthony Miller, Ryan Tannehill, Aaron Rodgers, Michael Vick, CJ Ham, BJ Goodson, Cooper Kupp, Jared Cook, followed by Josh Kelly, Adam Humphries, Kurt Warner, Taysom Hill, Brandon Ayuk, John Elway, Richard Sherman, and NFL Draft Travis Etienne of Clemson. That's going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then we have a Fantasy Stars, Justin Herbert, Chase Claypool, and Patrick Mahomes. We will be randomizing this at the end as well, followed by Celebration Ryan Tannehill. Then we have a Mac Jones of the New England Patriots, followed by Tyson Campbell. Tyson Campbell is on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's going to Double M. Then we have Dylan Moses. Dylan Moses following Tyson to the Jaguars and Double M. Followed by Asante Samuel Jr. of the Los Angeles Chargers, and that's going to Emery. Then we have Ben Skronik, a tight from the Fighting Irish, and he is the Los Angeles Rams, and that is going to John. Followed by Kenny Yeboah of the Rebels, and that is going to be going to Kenny. Was an undrafted free agent, now on the Jets, going to Haley. Followed by Patrick Jones of the Carolina Panthers, and he is with the Minnesota Vikings, going to Lee. And then another Mac Jones going to Haley with the Patriots. Then we have Ian Book with the New Orleans Saints, and that is going to T-Man. Followed by Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons, and that is going to Kenneth. Then we have Chris Jones, Golden Tate, Devin Singletary, Tyler McCollin, Sonia Michelle, Justin Tucker, Amari Cooper, Ronald Jones II, and Emmanuel Ogba. On to our fourth pack of score. Asante Sr. was a heck of a player. Samuel had fallen to the Bills, and I thought they were going to take him. Kind of disappointed they didn't, but apparently they don't believe they need cornerbacks as much as I believe they do. Danny Amendola, Calvin Ridley, Anthony Harris, Odell Beckham Jr., Jonathan Taylor, David Montgomery, Miles Jack, Romeo Okwara, Olamide Zacchaeus, Gabe Davis, Mike Williams, Alden Smith, Darrell Henderson, Jerry Rice, Justin Herbert, Breshad Perryman, Hassan Reddick, Drew Brees, then we have Brent Urban of Fantasy Stars, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. We will be randomizing that. Followed by Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals. Huge for Joe Burrow right there. Then we have a hot rookies, and it's one of our quarterbacks. We'll get the boom booms going for Mr. Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers. And that is going to be going to Matt. Nice pickup right there. Looks like we have another auto. This one is going to be Trevon Moehrig from TCU, and that is the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders, and that is Chris. Next up, Rakeem Boyd. Rakeem Boyd going to Detroit, the Detroit Lions. Then we have Chatarius Tutu, and he is of the Los Angeles Rams, followed by Dwayne Eskridge, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. Then we have Kylan Hill. Kylan Hill is going to the Green Bay Packers. Jabril Cox of LSU is going to be with the Dallas Cowboys. Tylan Wallace of the Baltimore Ravens going to Haley. Then we have Trey McKitty of the Bulldogs, and that is the Los Angeles Chargers, followed by Carlos Basham Jr. of the Buffalo Bills going to T-Man. Then another quarterback, this one Kyle Trask, and he is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, possibly Tom Brady's heir apparent. Then Marcus Peters, Quinnen Williams, Tyrann Mathieu, Sterling Shepard, Jordan Poyer, Antonio Gibson, Damian Harris, and Ed Reed. Alrighty, just about to be into pack number 5. I don't think so. I know there's a Tom Brady tribute in each box. Looks like 4 autographs, but I don't think there's any patches. It's more than a Thielen, Adam Thielen, followed by Joe Schobert, DeAndre Swift, Todd Gurley, Harrison Smith, Jarvis Landry, Darius Leonard, Tariq Cohen, Deebo Samuel, Bradley Chubb, Marshall Faulk, Keenan Allen, Michael Gallup Jr., followed by Von Miller, Richard Sherman, Nelson Aguilar, J.C. Jackson, Devontae Parker, a celebration James Washington, followed by all hands team Tyreek Hill, and a breakthrough Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. And here we go. It is Justin Fields. Justin Fields from the Ohio State University on the Chicago Bears. And that's going to Haley. That is going to be going to Haley. Then we have Davis Mills of the Stanford Cardinals. And he is with the Houston Texans. Then Jarrett Patterson from... Oh, I know. This is something else. Jarrett Patterson from right down the street at UB, and he is currently with the Washington football team. Then Puka Williams Jr. With the Cincinnati Bengals. Nico Collins is going to be going to the Houston Texans. Then we have Trevon Moehrig again. And he's with the Las Vegas Raiders. And another Zach Smith, this one a base, and that's going to Haley. Then we have a Peyton Ramsey. Peyton Ramsey is an undrafted free agent and will be randomized at the end of this break. Sage Surratt of the Demon Deacons with Detroit Lions. Then we have Hunter Long. Hunter Long is a Miami Dolphin, followed by Zeke Elliott, Rodney McLeod, Zach Thomas, Patrick Queen, Denzel Mims, McCole Hardman Jr., Blake Martinez, Jim Kelly, and Alex Smith. Alrighty, halfway through this score break. halfway through. I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need water. I might need an IV at some point. This is a lot. Here you go.
Okay, well, because I have the IV saline bag all set up for you.
Jan's ready for it. Jake Lutton, TJ Hawkinson, Hayden Hurst, Minka Fitzpatrick, DJ Chark, Adrian Peterson, Matt Ryan, Delvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Christian Cook, Jeremy Chin, Nick Bosa, Noah Fant, Tony Gonzalez, Austin Eckler, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jerry Judy, and then we dive into some of our rookies. This is Kwity Paye from the Michigan Wolverines, and he is with the Indianapolis Colts. Then we have another fantasy stars that we will be randomizing at the end. This is Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, and Deshaun Watson. Followed by a celebration, Brandon Ayuk, and a hot rookies, Kyle Trask. Hot rookies, Kyle Trask, and he is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then here we go. It's our Tom Brady tribute card. This is going to be going to Emery, and it's touchdown pass 545, and that happened in September 20th. Then we have Kwity Paye again, and he is with the Indianapolis Colts, followed by Zach Wilson of the New York Jets. Zach Wilson of the New York Jets, and then Sam Ellinger on the Indianapolis Colts. Not sure how he's going to translate to the pros. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot, unfortunately. Sam Ellinger of the Longhorns. Then we have Jamar Jefferson of the Detroit Lions, followed by Tommy Tremblay, and he is on the Carolina Panthers. Then we have Jalen Darden. Jalen Darden is going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, followed by Javon Holland. Javon Holland is a Miami Dolphin. And Michael Carter of the New York Jets. Then we have Larry Roundtree, and he is going to the Los Angeles Chargers, followed by Cam Newton, Ray Lewis, Levante David, Derek Barnett, Dan Marino, Marquise Brown, Jamison Crowder, Travis Kelce, and Darius Slayton. Austin Hooper, T.Y. Hilton, Brian Urlacher, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, Teddy Bridgewater, Deshaun Watson, James Conner, Tony Gonzalez, Austin Eckler, Jimmy Garoppolo, Jerry Jeudy, Steve Largent, Alec Ingold, Tom Brady, Kenyon Drake, Brian Burns, Fred Warner, Tim Patrick. Then we have Devontae Parker. This is a scorecard. Devontae Parker, followed by a Kyle Trask NFL draft. Kyle Trask is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Followed by a Justin Herbert breakthrough of the Chargers, and that's going to Emery. Then we have a celebration, and that looks like Travis Kelce. Followed up by, it looks like we have two Tom Brady tributes. This is number touchdown pass 378, and that is of the Patriots, and that's going to be going to Haley. Followed by, looks like another auto. This is an on-card auto, and this is Paul Warfield of the Miami Dolphins, and that is going to Gerald. And then Anthony Schwartz, Cleveland Browns, Penny Sewell, and he is with the Detroit Lions, followed by Shaka Tony, and he is with the Washington football team. Then we have Joseph Osei with the Cincinnati Bengals. Joseph Osei of the Cincinnati Bengals. And then Javonte Williams of the Tar Heels. Javonte Williams, big running back, and he is with the Denver Broncos, followed by Christian Darrisaw of the Hokies, and that is the Minnesota Vikings, followed by Jay Tufel of the USC with the Jaguars, then Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys, and Kellen Mond up there in Minnesota. It's just hard not to say the names because I'm so used to it, but I'll try my best. It's also weird to see some of these rookies that I've been calling out for the last few months and now not making a big deal out of them because it's their second year card, and also because it's the score base is just not worth a ton. It's really all about the rookies. Hey John, thanks for joining us. Patrick Peterson, Curtis Samuel, George Kittle, Philip Lindsay, Kyler Murray, Dylan Driver, Leonard Floyd, Drew Lock, Anthony Fursker. And we have a celebration, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, all hands team, the breakthrough CeeDee Lamb, and a Jarrett Patterson from the University of Buffalo, and he's with the Washington football teams. Then we have Kadarius Toney of the New York Giants, Rondale Moore going to the Arizona Cardinals, followed by Ramondre Stevenson of the New England Patriots. Then J.C. Horn, I appreciate that, J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers. And Justin Fields of the Ohio State Buckeyes, also of the Chicago Bears. Happy to see them get a quarterback. Back-to-back Justin Fields. It's a nice night to be holding the Chicago Bears. Nice night for Haley. Then Dewami Brown. Dewami Brown is on the Washington football team, followed by Caleb Farley with the Tennessee Titans, and CJ Marabelli. He is undrafted, and we will randomize him. Tyler Boyd, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and there we go to end that. 2 packs left. Will Fuller, Chase Claypool, Gardner Minshew, DeAndre Hopkins, Alan Lazard, Hunter Henry, Michael Thomas, Tony Gonzalez, another Fantasy Stars, this one Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Celebration, Tyreek Hill, Hot Rookies, Terrace Marshall, and he is going of the Carolina Panthers. Oh, it's a lot, Lewis. Then we have looks like another auto. This is Larry Roundtree, and he's of the Los Angeles Chargers. That's going to Emery. Should be a lot of fun for verification. Chaz Surratt of the Minnesota Vikings, Kenneth Gainwell of the Philadelphia Eagles, followed by Brady White, and he is undrafted, and we will randomize him. Terrace Marshall of the Carolina Panthers, Baron Browning of the Denver Broncos, Elijah Molden is the Tennessee Titans. Then we have our first Trevor Lawrence, the T-Law from the Clemson Tigers, and he is a Jacksonville Jaguar, and that is going to Double M. The first Trevor Lawrence, followed by his teammate, and that is going to be his teammate Travis Etienne of also the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then Felipe Franks, and he is with the Atlanta Falcons. Then we have Warren Sapp, Devin McCourty, Chad Johnson, CeeDee Lamb, Chris Godwin, Travis Fulgham, Myles Gaskin, and John Bostic. Alrighty, on to our last pack of this break. Larry Fitz, Shaq Thompson, Emmanuel Sanders, of the Saints, but your newest Buffalo Bill, Bobby Wagner, Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Hopkins, all hands team, followed by a Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles. Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles. We will not be doing rookie rundowns at the end of this, just our notable ones, or just our notable rookies going forward on this one, just due to the amount of cards. However, all rookies will be top-loaded. Another Justin Fields hot rookies going to Haley. Then we have the celebration, TJ Watt, Christian Darrisaw of the Minnesota Vikings. Yep. Jalen Waddle of the Dolphins, followed by Tyler Vaughns from UFC, and he is going to he is with the Indianapolis Colts. Then we have Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos. Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos. And then Victor Jamuki of the Arizona Cardinals, found by Nick Bolton of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Trey Sermon from the Ohio State Buckeyes, currently with the San Francisco 49ers. Then we have Daz Newsome. Love that name, Daz, going to the Chicago Bears. Followed by Rashad Bateman of the Golden Gophers, and he is now a Baltimore Raven. Aziz Olare, and he is of the New York Giants. Joe Namath, Tyreek Hill, Daniel Jones, Ryan Kerrigan, Tom Brady, Joe Mixon, Jalen Smith, Antonio Brown, and Miles Sanders. Alrighty, let's get into some of these randomizations that we have to do. So first, we will do the randomization of this Fantasy Stars. All right, let's see how many times. We had a couple Mac Joneses there. So this randomization is going to be between the Ravens, Packers, and Tampa. Let's see how many times we are going to run it. That's 3 times. And that is going to Tampa. Then we have to do our next randomization is the Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, and Deshaun Watson. And that's going to be between KC, Tennessee Titans, and the Houston Texans. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize this. That's 9 times. And that's going to Kansas City. Then we have our next randomization is of Kansas City, of Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady again. And that is going to be between KC, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay. Let's see how many times we randomize this. That is 7 times. And that is going to be going to Green Bay. Green Bay right there. And we are back this time with our last Fantasy Stars randomization. And that is going to be Chase Claypool, Justin Herbert, and Patrick Mahomes. Let's see how many times we randomize that. It's going to be 7 times. 7 times right there. All right, that's going to Kansas City. Next up is we're going to be getting into our undrafted rookies to randomize. This one, Brady White. And he will be randomized, looks like 9 times. 9 times right there. And that's going to Top Dog, 47. Our next randomization, CJ Marably. We're going to randomize him 11 times. And we're going to switch to 1 dice going forward for the rest, or not in this break, but in the rest of the breaks for these randomizations, we're going to go to 1 dice. All right, and this one going to Haley. And our next one is Peyton Ramsey. Peyton Ramsey. And that's going to be 5 randomizations right there. 5 randomizations for Peyton. And that's going to Jadari, who had the Tennessee Titans. There was one there in the featured card. There was one and that was on the featured cards on the side. Then we have KJ Costello. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize him. 10 times. And that's going to Joe G. Then we have Zach Smith auto. The Zach Smith auto. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize him. 12 times. 12 times on this one. And that is going to Haley. Then we have Brendan Knox. Brendan Knox is our last randomization. Let's see how many times. That is 8. And that's going to T-Man. Congratulations, T-Man. All right, that is the end of the randomizations right there. Let's run through some of our hits. We had the Larry Roundtree auto. And that is going to the Los Angeles Chargers, which is Emery, followed by Paul Warfield of the Miami Dolphins. That's an on-card auto. Then we have the Justin Herbert breakthrough going to Emery with the Chargers. And then we have the Justin Fields, 3 of him, and that is with the Chicago Bears going to Haley. And then here is the rest of our featured cards. We have the Tom Brady 378th career touchdown pass, followed by the hot rookies Trey Lance, another Justin Fields. Then we have Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings, followed by Tom Brady with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 545th touchdown pass, hot rookie Zach Wilson of the Jets to Haley. T. Higgins, 84 out of 100 of the Bengals going to Balzac. And then Trevon Moehrig of the TCU Horned Frogs of going to the Las Vegas Raiders. And then I accidentally put Zach Smith up there We'll have to randomize him quick. And then Zach Wilson of the Jets. And let's run this randomization before we figure out our last big hit. That's going to be 6 times. And it's going to Krisky 3095. And then our big hit of this break was the Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence right there. And that is the end of break number 691.